Hi there, this is the sixth video, and we are talking about corresponding angles. And corresponding angles always come in pairs. So there's a couple of definitions, and then I'm actually going to flip to a really cool little animation I found online that I think explains it better than anything I can do. All right, so it's when two lines are crossed by a transversal and angles in the matching corners, so like upper left and upper left, are called corresponding angles. Or if you were to superimpose a diagram onto itself, they'd be one on top of each other. See, I really want a whiteboard and a piece of clear plastic, and it's so simple to tell you. All right, so let me try this. There is my diagram. Now, I put a little X there. If we look at just that diagram, that is on the left-hand side of my line, and it's above my transversal. So the corresponding angle is the same spot down here. So it's got to be to the left of my line and on top of the transversal. So that is a set of corresponding angles. So I was saying, if I could cut this little piece out right here, so I took this piece, I cut it, and I could shift it over to there, those two would line up perfectly. Okay, so let's do another one. So if I do one here, that is to the right of the line. So I know it has to be to the right of the line and above my transversal. So there's another set of corresponding ones. All right, take a moment. I bet you can do it while I get this video, get us to the website that I want to try. I haven't done this in a while, so it might take me a bit. Mark, there are two more sets of corresponding angles. You could find those. All right, here is the one I have. And this is a delightful website that I found with a little animation going on. I was going to say applet, but I have no idea. But this cool little animation showing corresponding angles. And you can see matchy matchy down there and down there. So there's always going to be four sets. And what's cool is you can move your angles around, and you can see that as long as the lines are parallel, those are going to be the same. But corresponding is like that. And what's neat about this is it can also show me alternate exterior angles or alternate exterior angles. If I reset it, it doesn't do that. I wish. Oh, look at that. I didn't know it would do that. I was trying to do that earlier and it wouldn't let me. Okay, so the lines don't have to be parallel, and you can see when they're not parallel, the angles don't actually match up anymore. But you still alternate exterior are on the outside of my two lines. So here's my transversal. They have to be on opposite sides or alternate sides of the transversal, and they're outside my two blue lines. If we do interior, you can see same thing. They're always on opposite sides of the transversal. They're never side by side, and they're going to be inside the two blue lines. So corresponding angles, and there we go. They're in the same spot in reference to both the transversal and the lines that it's crossing. Now if I do one at a time. No, it's just going to keep running. Okay, so there you go. The link is in your notes if you want to take a look at that yourself. So I'm going to stop my share and we're going to go back to the notes. All right, so now we've got the ones that sit here and here, and the ones that sit here and here. So this would be lower left, and lower right, lower right. When you're doing these diagrams, any of them for just generally any picture, try not to draw 90-degree angles, because then everything is all neat and square and it looks nice, but you'll start to make up rules that don't actually count. All right, so here's a set that I did, and those lines were parallel. I didn't mark them, but they were. So I'm just going to mark them now. Remember, little arrows means the lines are parallel. And now I have a set down here where the lines are not parallel. So I want you to do this for me. Turn off the camera, highlight the transversals, and then mark off the 4 sets of corresponding angles. I'm trusting you did that. So I'm going to start by doing my transversals. Now I want to be above the line and to the left of the transversal, which would put me there. And then I'm going to be above the line and to the right of the transversal. And then I'm going to be below the line, left of the transversal, and below the line and to the right of the transversal. You can see up here it looks quite pretty because those angles are the same size. That only works if the lines are parallel. If the lines are not parallel, then they don't match up. All right, last little part down here. Again, how about you turn off the video and do these and then come back and double check that we are all good. All right, I trust you did it. I haven't ranted for a while, so realize that if you just sit and watch me talking about math, you're going to learn a little bit, but you're going to learn a whole lot more, and it's going to stick in your brain more, which is kind of what we're going for here. If you stop the camera and do it yourself, even if you make a mistake, then you're going to say, oh yeah, I remember how that works. I got it wrong the first time and then I fixed it. And you know, I want you to be really good math students by the end of this. All right, so corresponding angle B and angle F. Notice I'm not putting equals because these lines aren't parallel and there's nothing saying they're parallel. So I'm just going to put an and in there or a plus sign to say that that's the pair. You could use, I guess you could use a comma if you wanted to. B and F, C and G. So C and G, angle A and angle E, angle D and angle H. And there we go. There's always going to be 4 sets. All right, same thing here. Oh no. A and E. No, I thought it was going to be exactly the same set of answers. Now it's going to be embarrassing. Angle A and angle E. Pay attention. In this one, they use lowercase letters, so did I. On this one, they're using capitals. So always just follow your diagram. Usually, capital letters refer to angles, and the lowercase letters, sorry, I had a brain part there, lowercase letters usually refer to the length of the side. So A and E, so this one and this one, C and G. B and F. Oh, they were exactly the same letters. Oh well, good practice anyway. Right, and that is the end of the video, which was number 6, all about corresponding angles.